Welcome to the Pericles Century podcast, your getaway to exploring Greece's legendary sites, ancient wonders, and hidden stories. I'm Irene, and in this series, we dive into the fascinating history behind Greece's most iconic locations. Today, we travel to the heart of Athens, to the sacred rock that has defined this city for thousands of years, the Acropolis. This is not just a collection of ruins. It is a symbol of democracy, philosophy, and human achievement. As we explore its secrets, imagine yourself walking these ancient paths, standing before the Parthenon, and experiencing the grandeur of Athens in its golden age. To truly understand the Acropolis, we must step back 2,500 years to when Athens was at its peak. The city was a beacon of democracy and culture, ruled not by kings but by the people. At the highest point of the city, the Acropolis stood as a fortress, a sanctuary, and a stage for divine connection. Its name means high city, Akron και Polis, and from here, the Athenians could watch over their land, the sea, and the heavens. The sacred entrance, Propylaea. As you ascend the rocky slope of the Acropolis, you pass through the Propylaea, a grand entrance that once welcomed philosophers, priests, and leaders of the ancient world. Imagine the gleaming marble columns, the bronze statues lining the path, and the anticipation of stepping into a place of divine presence. Even today, when you walk through the Propylaea, you're following the same path as the great minds of history, Socrates, Pericles, and Plato. At the heart of the Acropolis stands the Parthenon, the most famous temple of the ancient world. Dedicated to Athena, the patron goddess of Athens, it was more than just a place of worship. It was a statement of power, wealth, and artistry. If you stand before the Parthenon, you might think its columns are perfectly straight. But here's a secret. The architects, Ictinus and Callicrates, designed them with a slight curve. This optical illusion prevents the temple from looking distorted from afar. The Parthenon isn't just beautiful. It's a mathematical masterpiece engineered with precision that modern architects still admire. Inside the Parthenon once stood a colossal statue of Athena, made of gold and ivory, crafted by the legendary sculptor Phidias. She held a shield in one hand and a 6-foot-tall statue of Nike, Victory, in the other. This statue disappeared centuries ago, but its legend remains. Imagine the awe of ancient Athenians walking into the temple, gazing up at their goddess, believing in her protection. When you visit the Acropolis today, you stand where the ancient Athenians stood, in a place where faith, art, and power converged. While the Acropolis was a spiritual and political center, the Agora was where everyday life unfolded. This was the marketplace, the gathering place, the birthplace of democracy. Imagine walking through the Agora, hearing the voice of Socrates as he challenges young minds with questions that would shape philosophy forever. It was here that the concept of democracy was debated, where citizens voted, where the fate of Athens was decided. The Stoa of Attalos was the ancient equivalent of a shopping mall, a covered walkway filled with merchants, artisans, and philosophers discussing the future of Athens. The Temple of Hephaestus, still standing today, is one of the best preserved temples of the classical era, a reminder of Athens' devotion to craftsmanship and knowledge. Walking through the Agora today, you don't just see ruins. You step into a place where ideas that shape the world were born. The Acropolis has endured wars, earthquakes, and centuries of change, yet it still stands, watching over Athens like a guardian of history. Today, visitors can walk through its ruins, feel the energy of the past, and witness a site that has inspired poets, artists, and travelers for centuries. If you've ever dreamed of experiencing the Acropolis in its full glory, standing before the Parthenon as the ancient Athenians did, there's no better way than seeing it up close. The Acropolis is more than just a monument. It is a testament to the human spirit, a place where ideas and beauty merge to create one of the most extraordinary legacies in history. If you want to experience the Acropolis and the iconic landmarks of Athens firsthand, search for Pericles Century and Viator and TripAdvisor, or visit tinyurl.com/Pericles Century Tours. Join us for a private journey through the heart of Athens, guided by expert storytelling and historical insights. Thank you for joining me on this journey through ancient Athens. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe for more stories of Greece's legendary sites. Until next time, keep exploring!